Right, so I'll try and stay on topic this time. Yeah, so my mum's suicide when I was 7 was a big, obviously a big thing in my life. I mean, I had 4 older siblings with a different dad, the same mum, and my wee sis Star, Kirsty, I got Kirsty. Uh, I mean, she was only 18 months old or something. That was terrible. But my mum had a lot of mental health problems. And, I mean, for a lot of my life I was angry with it. But when I had a look back at her life and realised how shit it was, yeah, I mean, she was fairly intellectual, right? But I think she was into like philosophies like Schopenhauer, which is basically nihilism. Basically, what's the point in anything? In my living room when I was growing up, they used to have posters on the wall. See when they found the body in the battlefields of the Somme and that, they'd mark it with that. They'd put the gun in the ground and put the helmet on top of it. And it was that, pictures of that and why, So, yeah, I used to mine her favourite film. I don't know if it's her favourite film, but it was my favourite film. Made her watch all the time, and my wee sister did it. But so sorry, Kirsty, but I'm glad you're too young for it to do so much damage. But it was by the creator of the Snowman, Raymond Briggs. It's called When the Wind Blows, and it's actually about nuclear Armageddon. And I used to get it all the time from Video Shop in Ireland. Which wouldn't be a fucking nonce. Anyway, but moving on. May come back to that later on. Once it was finally, you got new videos in, they put it in the for sale bin and I bought it and I gave it to my mum for her last birthday. But it was basically because I wanted to watch it. I was obsessed with it. But after her death, my dad was a chronic alcoholic. He came over to Ireland to work in Ardbeg Distillery and he drank, mostly drank white whisky, which is basically about 80% alcohol. It's not even, technically it's not whisky, it's just, you call it a raw made spirit. But in Ireland they call it the white stuff. And actually when my dad went to work there at first, he used to get a dram of it in the morning of the manager, believe it or not. Everybody would queue up and the manager and under manager would be there and they'd have a metal pail full of white whisky and they would get cups and they would just put it in so as it overflowed into the cup and then they would down it and the next person, right? So when they tried to sack my dad, they couldn't sack him for being drunk because they'd be giving him the drams. I think he used to get one in the morning and one at home time. But they were stealing whisky flat out all the time anyway. And actually my dad died in 2001 from because he went back in the drink. So they opened Ardbeg Distillery shortly after, and they ran the first advertising campaign was Ardbeg Legends, and the last story was about my dad, right? And I'd heard this story before, and just before he died, his pal had got his old cine films converted onto DVD, and they started off with them in the fishing boat race, and that was like Glasgow Fair Week, the Scottish, I don't know what I'm talking about. But like everybody used to go back to Ireland from then, and there used to be like fishing boat race and all that, and that was the first bit you seen cine films, so there was no sound. And then it cut to a room, and those people sitting with cups in their hands, right? And then the cameraman follows my dad through into the bathroom, and my dad used to say it all the time, so if you lip read what he was saying, he gets a silver teapot, right, and he puts it in the bath until it's full to the brim with white whisky, right, and then goes into the cameraman follows him back into the living room, and you see him mouthing Ardbeg tea 2 minutes old as he filled everybody's cup, and they ran with that in the. I thought it was like an urban legend, but actually they used it in their advertising, you know. But Dad was sitting in the pub one night, and this American's like, "So, Mr. Speck, what do you think's the best age? An 8-year-old or 12-year-old?" Sorry about the shit accent, but both man's like that. Any more than 2 minutes and it's fucked me, because the guy just didn't even know what he was talking about. You know what I mean? But people used to live on that stuff, man. And it's, blow your brains out, you know. But so when my mum died, I went to stay with my auntie and uncle. Well, actually, I got taken down to my dad. And my dad went to Chrissy's shop, where I'd go and sent the boy for the fags when I shaved half his head off stills. And he took him up to Chrissy's because she stayed above the shop, right? And tapped the door. And he said, Jeanette died last night. Can you send me the carry? This is like 7:30 in the morning or something, right? And he's got like 2 litres of vodka. And he went back down to the caravan he was living in. Yeah, and he's just sitting there crying, because he always loved my mum, man. Even though she did fucking treat him like shit. She used to beat the shit into him and that. But so he took me down to my uncle's, and my uncle had MS. He's in a wheelchair, but he was still a big cunt. A big guy, like he had like 54-inch waist or 54-inch chest or something. And of course my dad came in drunk. The two of them used to be drunk together, and I'll tell you a belt of a story in a minute. But once he got MS, he stopped drinking. So when my dad came down drunk that morning with me, my uncle just uppercutted him, put him on his arse. Because basically, obviously he didn't know what had happened, and he probably felt very fucking bad after it. But that was me. I was just left with my uncle, and then I ended up there for 3 or 4 years or something, you know. But my auntie became like a mother to me then. And but so once my old man and my uncle George did drink, right, they were in a pub in Oxford, right, and this is when they found North Sea oil, right, and they've got loads of Scottish notes on them. So they've convinced these people at the pub that because of Scottish oil, the Scottish money's worth more than English money, even though it's all sterling. I don't know how people believed it. But they said that a tenner was worth £15 and a fiver was worth £7.50. So they started selling their fivers for £6 and their tenors for £12. And my Uncle George even went back and got money from the house they were staying in, and they sold every penny they had. I mean, what a pair of scammers, man. I mean, it's not like anything I would do, you know. But I mean, one of my earliest memories is the customs raiding the house because my dad and my uncle and a certain other person had stolen about £1.5 million worth of duty of whisky. That's what you get done with. You don't get done with stealing the whisky. But my dad had made a key for Lefroy Distillery in the early 80s, and they were taking whisky for ages, and everybody was loving it because everybody was brutal, like, and that's basically what it was all about. And it's a pure toxic relationship with drink. But so everything was fine until my uncle started selling, and then before he knew it, it was stuck right in. You know what I mean? So that was a great out of the whisky heist. But lots of stories like that. And I mean, that's what made Isla special, was characters like that, you know. And it just became another getaway for yuppies, you know what I mean? God, whatever the modern term is for yuppie, you know. Right, to be continued. I keep that.